Alright, let's get back to it. It is 10:30 in the morning, a little late, but I've got my coffee, got my French armies, and I'm ready to go. I think last time we just finished our first war with Brittany. Go ahead and unpause. Nevers has claimed our territory. It's probably fine. They're a vassal of Burgundy, and I seriously doubt Burgundy is interested in attacking us right now. Although they are claiming provinces as well. You know what, we can afford it. Let's beef our armies up a little bit. Buy some dudes. What happened to your general? There you go. Start drilling. So the reason we drill our armies is it makes their morale 0, so they can't engage in combat quickly. So before we declare war, we should stop drilling and get them ready. Or if someone attacks us, we have to wait a little while before they have enough morale to fight. But the benefit is, well, first of all, for the army itself, these things will fill up with a blue bar, and you can see it increases their damage and reduces the damage they take. It also generates stuff on this bar. It's called Army Professionalism, which just makes our armies generally better and mercenaries cheaper. So we'll have both these guys drilling. You can see we've got some unrest here. We're going to get Breton separatists eventually. Estimated time is 6.9 years. So that's fine. We're not too worried about that. Now we need to be thinking about declaring war on England. What are our diplomats doing? Fabricating claims in Aragon and Burgundy. Oh yeah, we're going after Navarra. Is there anything we can do here? We already sent a gift. Oh no, our aggressive expansion is affecting them. So that's the penalty I talked about earlier when you attack your neighbors, is other countries think a little bit more poorly of you. This isn't a lot, but it is kind of annoying because it's going to mean... Dang it. They're a junior partner under Aragon. Was that always the case? Did we miss that? Is that an event? Okay, maybe you used to be able to get Navarra pretty easily. Okay, well, it's too late now. We can't vassalize them. Yeah, they weren't always... We could support their independence. They don't want to be independent, though. So that's not going to work. Alright, well, let's, Oh, that must have just happened, because it sent our diplomat back. Because you can't build relations with junior partners. I think. Interesting. It's weird, the sound, like, cuts out when I zoom. Okay, let's pause because we got some spy networks. Burgundy has just 1 million vassals, and they have allies, which is not great. So we can't beat them in a war, but we are going to get some claims on them. Let's fabricate on Artois. Cool. And we're going to fabricate a claim on Roussillon. Who are you allied with? Papal State and Savoy. That's convenient because we want land from the Papal State. So you have Avignon right here and Savoy, but we can't attack them outright because Savoy's in the Empire, and attacking the Pope is probably not a great idea. I mean, going to war with the Pope at all is probably not a great idea, but don't know if I care. Would Castile join us? Castile wants Aragonese land, but they would join us. And there's no way they're going to win that war. They've got 24,000. I've got 31,000. 50,000 versus whatever the Papal State has. We could check in the ledger if we cared. I think we're safe. That's kind of going to be a heavy war, though. I don't know if we want to expend our resources on something like that yet. I'm going to think about it for a while. Oh, yeah. Did any of our light ships survive, or did we lose them all? Yeah, I think we lost all our light ships. That's unfortunate. We're not going to be very trade heavy, at least not for a while, so I'm not too worried about it. Light ships you can use to patrol and increase the amount of trade you get out of each trade nodes. You can make a lot of money from trade, but France is not typically a very trade heavy country, although by our sheer power, eventually we'll be making a lot of money. Alright, what about England? What would happen if we declared war on you? You got some Irish place in Portugal. Castile, they still don't owe us 10 favors. If we did this Aragonese war, though, and I gave them territory, they would probably get favors. Or we could just wait 5 years. Which might be easier. So I don't love this Provence situation here. I don't know that they'll take any land from this, though. We need to be thinking about our next move. It seems a little loud. Let's drop this a little bit. Okay. Allied with Thumb and Munster. Alright, so we can statify this. Right now it's a territory. It'll make us more money as a state, but it costs us admin points to fully core. But that's okay. It's worth it. You can see the whole map is broken up into states. One of these map modes has states on it. Oh no! Our sun is dying. He wasn't bad. But, so this is going to destabilize our country. Oh, or we could just lose 10 prestige, which is way better. We'll do that. So we can pay 100 admin points to get a cardinal, which increases our chances of controlling the papacy. But we're going to take the administrative power. This guy is better. His name's also Louis. Problem is he's 0 years old. Although our wife is pretty rad, so if we die, she's got good stats. Let's get an advisor here. Alright. I need to be doing something here. If we're going to try to snowball, we got to be making moves. I haven't played in a while. I don't know how good of a war this actually is for me. So if I promise land and call Castile in, Provence is being shitty. They won't join us. We got the Papal States, Savoy, Naples, Navarra, and Aragon. We're gonna use some questionable tactics of looking up what other people's militaries look like. Some might say this is cheating, but you know what? It's in the game. So they've got a total of about 19,000 dudes. Aragon does. The Papal State is 11,000, so we're at 30,000. Naples is 9,000, 39,000, and then who's our other ally? Savoy. Savoy's another 10,000. So this is less of a easy to win war. We have more troops than them overall, but only by a little bit. But the saving grace is theirs are not all centrified, or that's not a word. Theirs are not all grouped together. I can't think. So we can kind of try to pick them off. Savoy and the Papal State will end up grouping up because the Papal State has to move through here. Same for Naples. That's actually a lot of dudes, and they're all going to come through me. And I don't know that Castile is going to pull their weight and go do anything to stop them. Because Castile just wants this land. So they're just going to be fighting over here. But the war target will be Aragon, so we can maybe get the war score up high enough to chip away at them. Maybe break some of their relations. Force them to release Naples as a vassal. Or actually... No, never mind. Naples doesn't want to be independent. They like me, though. What else do we got? We got our England war. Which, honestly, we might be able to handle ourselves. What does Portugal look like? 14,000 dudes. And then England is 29,000. So overall they overwhelm us, but English troops suck and they have to land on our coast. And I doubt they could transport their whole army at once, so we can kind of knock them out while they're half there. I'd really like Castile to be involved in that, though. I guess we just wait. Just make some money, get some points, maybe tech up. We still haven't hit tech 4 on military. Gives us more morale and tactics. Lorraine. Is that sure? Yeah, they didn't take anything. They finished their war against Brittany. But because there's no land connecting, I guess they didn't want it. Or they may not have been allowed to. Maybe I could just declare war on the Pope. What does that bring? Switzerland, Aragon, Siena. This might be a clever way to get at Aragon. Well, it's essentially the same war, right? Because we have the Pope, we have Aragon, Aragon brings Naples, and we get Siena. So there's no Savoy, but we got Switzerland instead. So that's actually a good deal for people. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe Genoa? Oh, nope. They're in the Empire still. Right. Forgot about that. Basically, there's an event that triggers... I can't remember the exact date. I want to say it's 1490? Somewhere before 1500. Where if the Empire doesn't meet some requirements, they will lose everything in Italy. So they'll lose all this. Won't be part of the Empire anymore. Which means we can sort of freely attack them a little more easily. Which is good, because all this land is super rich. We're definitely going to try to take over Italy. I think right now maybe just stocking up on dudes and attacking England would be our best bet. I mean, these provinces are good. We don't want England to have them. The longer England have them, the more they benefit from them. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to do it either way, whether we wait for Castile or not. So there are people that will theorycraft. You can go look up on YouTube if you're really curious, but I typically don't mess with cavalry super early game. I'm sure there's like an optimal formation, but we're France. We're just going to get lots of dudes and overwhelm everybody. Now, there is a danger if this English war doesn't go extremely well for us that other people will pile in on us because they think we are weak. Specifically, Burgundy. Pay 25 ducats, 10 administrative power, or lose 5 prestige. Lose prestige, I don't care about it. We need the money right now. And the admin power. Getting close to leveling up. Techs. Okay, so no one's nearby has beat us to Mil Tech 4. If we can get 4 before England does, then our troops will be significantly better than them. Alright. Alright, so what are we up to now? We got 17k, 18k, 35,000? Oh, and there's our truce. Now we can go after them. Kildare. We're not going to be able to get to Kildare. Might be able to get to Portugal. Castile, why don't you want to help us? Who are you allied with? England. Oh, you're allied with Castile. You like Portugal. That's what's going on. So if we get Castile in this war, we win, basically. Because there's no way Portugal is going to get their troops through Castile to me, and England has to land on the coast, and at that point, I can just put one army up here, one down here, and England can't do jack shit about it. Got our Miltech. I'm not going to... Whoa, okay. Local nobles are not satisfied with their granted privileges. Noble rebels... Give them loyalty, but 20% local autonomy. Where's this? It's this province. It's 10 development. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to fight rebels right now. So you can have that. Maybe we should mess with the states more. What are our states looking like? So the nobles like us because we did that. Which gives us land maintenance modifier, which helps us save money. Yeah, we're gonna fight England. I'm tempted to just do it now. Portugal, and then save those Castile favors for another time. Portugal's got 14,000 dudes, so either of my armies could really flatten them. They're still at Miltech 3, although I can't imagine anyone's that far behind me, so we should assume they're gonna catch up to us in Miltech. I'll get 1 horses for each of these armies. Let's get them both to 20,000. How about that? And then we got 14 from Portugal. England's got 29,000. So then they'll outnumber us by about 4,000 dudes, but they're not going to be able to get their guys together or organized enough to come at me with all of that. And France is, frankly, a pretty hard country to get into and start messing me up. So really, I just need to get whatever I declare war for. I just need to sit on it for a long time, and that's it. Can also get access through here and just go mess Portugal up with one of my armies. Yeah, because we're 4 years out from those Castile favors, and we're trying to get big fast, which means we need to make early game expansion gains. And we can cut England down to size. This war is probably going to be pretty costly, but the earlier we can take stuff back, the more we can snowball, and the less costly future wars will be. So if there's ever time to do a risky war, it's probably now. Let's get in position. What are we going to declare war for? The height. They're all our cores, so it's not going to be that aggressive of a war, so no one's going to mind that we're doing it. And we can take a lot of stuff. It's 21, it's 10, 11, 12, 10, 12. Okay, well, we're definitely declaring for Aquitaine. God, if we take all this, that cuts... Because it's... You got to keep in mind, not only are we going to gain this development, but England's going to lose it. So we're really going to hurt them. God, I really want to do Castile. Nope, whatever. We already made our call. Oh. Cavalry's gotta go catch up. Alright. Let's do it. Siege this fort down. Siege that province down. Fort. Province. Alright. So we gotta watch English fleets, because they're gonna try bringing dudes over. It's going to take us a while to siege these because they're on the coast and we cannot blockade them. Okay, get the horses off the siege. 700 dudes there. So let's get some of these guys out too. No point in taking attrition. It's 2,000 dudes there though. I think our ruler just got better. Cool. So we're gonna group these guys up. There's kill Leinster. Wait, Leinster's involved too? Well, that's annoying. I didn't see that. Okay, so we got Irish boats off the coast now. So these support armies will help us sort of react, because we have to keep these siege armies going, but worst case scenario, we can pull a bunch of people off the siege and leave a token force there and go scoop up any armies that are trying to land. So terrain matters a lot in sieges. So this is a woods province, which gives defenders advantage. But if England or Portugal march forces in here, they still count as the defenders because they have a fort. So we are going to hurt a little bit in that fight. Okay, Burgundy bribed. Wait, I get a corruption? Well, that sucks. Okay, well, we're corrupt. Alright, here we go. Renaissance is starting. We'll deal with that in a second. Here's Portugal. Marching their dudes in. Okay, so they're just going to march in. So if I move my army here, I think they're going to back off. No, they're committed. Okay, well, I think we're going to win this. Oh shit, we should tech up. I forgot to buy tech 4. Okay, they're still at tech 3 though, so it's fine. We'll get some of the benefit of that tech in this fight. There we go. So you can see we didn't destroy their army completely. They're retreating back to Portugal. Do we still have enough dudes to siege? We do. So we're winning the war by 1%. They have so many allies, it's going to be hard to get a high war score here. Like, really, we're going to have to take an army to Portugal and go siege it down. Hey, join my war. They won't do it. May as well keep capturing some of these provinces that don't have forts. Oh, we breached the walls up here. So these sieges are going well. They're both in the positives. England's got a big fleet here. They might have dudes on board. They can carry 18k dudes, it looks like. Those last boats are transport ships. So that's how many soldiers they could land. But it takes soldiers a long time to get off ships and into a province if they don't dock. So if we capture all these provinces, they have to bring troops onto provinces that I'm sieging. And even though we're the attackers, they will still get a crossing penalty, I think, for coming off ships. A pretty big one. I think it's -2. And I don't think England has any good generals. And now we're ahead of them in Miltech, so you know, things aren't like amazing for us, but they're definitely not bad. Morocco wants to loan us money. No thanks. I don't need 15 ducats. We are losing money, but we've got... Okay, so Labour is sieged. So the question now is, do I march to Portugal and start messing them up? It's going to be kind of hard to get them out of the war, though. We've got 15%. That's not a lot. They won't even accept any peace deal because we don't have 25 war score. English military strength, it doesn't matter. They're all on your dumb little islands up here. Okay, we're gonna leave these guys here. And this army is gonna march to Portugal. How about that? England's probably gonna see this as an opportunity to get troops down, but Highlands. So we don't want to attack in Highlands. We'll take it. Their troops are so weak, though, still. Got a good leader, though. We got a better leader. Are they still Miltech 3? Yeah. Maybe I'll take this fight. Nope, scared them off. Perfect. Because now we can attack them in grasslands, and we won't take a terrain penalty. And they have no army now. So we are just going to march straight on in to their capital and start sieging it. Oh, here's our first English troops. Oh, shoot. Here's an English army, too. We're going to take a terrain penalty here. We may lose. I think we'll still win. But they might get these 3K dudes over to join the battle. Where are you going? We don't want to let them regroup, so let's just stay on the offensive. We've got manpower, so we can reinforce our people, and England is going to have a hard time doing that. So they're retreating somewhere. Let's come deal with these 3,000 dudes. If England wants to take the battle down here to Portugal, then I can bring my whole army down. Where are they retreating to? So if we can chase this army down and get it while its morale is weak, we can just destroy it outright. And, oh, they're retreating to here. They're going to trap themselves. Alright, so they're trying to land 2,000 English troops in this province. They're stuck. This lock symbol means they can't change their mind anymore because the troops are over halfway. So they're just going to hit my dudes and die immediately. Yep. There you go. New Pope. Playing like musical province chairs here. Want to let them lock. Come on, lock. There we go. Now we're just going to fight them there while we overwhelm them. We're trying to prevent them from being able to regroup forces, is what's happening here. Because if they manage to all group up, they could actually pose a challenge, but as long as they're separated like this, we can completely destroy any armies that we do end up fighting. Okay, so we gotta keep an eye on our homeland here, because there's no one to defend it. But all their armies are in this province, and if we park ourselves here, they have to cross to get to us. I think we just killed a tiny little one stack. Oh, hello, army. Alright, so we're sieging Portugal's capital. It looks like they've gotten an army past us. This army could come into France and be a little bit annoying, but they're not going to be able to do a lot of harm because they have to re-siege the forts that I took. So we're going to let them do what they want right now. Yeah, see, they're just going to raise a ton of little armies, but most of these troops are Portuguese. So if I can capture their capital, then we can get Portugal out of the war. And then it's just me and England. There's some English troops right here. I don't know if this is the best use of one of my armies. I need to go back here and defend the homeland, I think. Because all these little stacks are going to add up. taking shelter in Aragon. Okay, so you can see Portugal is trying to siege one of these down. They don't have enough guys to actually progress the siege, though. Neither do England, but England is starting to get more and more people. So basically, we're just buying time for this siege. It's going to take a long time, but if we can just march over a bunch of little stacks. Okay, so we don't actually want to march into this, because this is quite a few dudes. It's only hills, though. It's not mountains. So let's do this while the armies are separated. There we go. Stack wiped. Alright, so England managed to land 17,000 dudes. They're still in Miltech 3, though, so my 19,000 are going to beat them. And maybe just to be safe... Well, we don't want to burn through any more manpower, so I'm not going to build more troops. Alright, so they can recruit out of these provinces now. So we want to stop that as soon as we can. So because we don't actually occupy anything in Portugal, from their perspective, they're winning. Which is not accurate, but... Alright, let's just crush this army. It's about even forces, but our troops are better, our general's better. We're going to have an okay time here. Oh yeah. And the best part is they don't have anywhere to retreat to, so they're only going here, and we can just fight them immediately and destroy their whole army. And that's half of England's army gone. Here's some more dudes. But this Portuguese siege is going well. Alright, killed another 3,000. Let's come back down here. We're just going to keep running around with this army, stopping them from grouping up. We're starting to run out of money. Oh man, we're losing a lot of money. That's okay, we'll get most of it back. Yeah, this is a sizable number of people that are about to regroup here. But we're in the positive, so every month there is a chance of us winning this siege now. It's going to keep going up. Oh, where'd this army come from? I'm going to focus on England's armies here, because Portugal's not going to be an issue in not too long. They're retreating back to Calais. Muscovy has announced us as a rival. Okay. Oh, we're on the other side of the world, but sure. So they landed troops there. And now we're going to crush these 4,000 troops. Stop them from grouping up. Man, this is an expensive war for them. I think England has to be paying for mercenaries or something. I mean, at this point, we've gotten rid of most of their armies. So we're walking to woods, so we're actually taking a pretty big penalty this fight, but we have so many more dudes, and our dudes are better, so we're good. Man, how are they getting all these dudes? I should probably stop calling all of the soldiers dudes. Le dudes. Okay, so you can see our war score is going up. We're over halfway. You can see England's war enthusiasm is medium now. They're not super stoked about this war anymore. I'm going to split this army into two and capture these provinces at the same time. So they're actually sieging here and here, but it's both Portuguese, and we're going to finish our siege on their capital before either of these finish, probably. Barring some really bad luck. Oh, there it is. So. We can get a white peace, which just gets Portugal out. We can demand 330 ducats and maybe war reps. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna get money from Portugal. They're out of the war. So these sieges both stopped. So it's just me and England now. And these Irish states that have done literally nothing so far. Let's go siege Calais down. So Calais is an interesting province. It's really good, but later in the game, it starts to get hit by rebels from when the Netherlands starts forming. So I don't know if it's worth trying to take, really. I mean, I might take it now just for the war score, but I don't know if it's worth actually trying to keep. So at this point, this war is over, really. We're just trying to kill as many English troops as possible to keep them weak. You can see in the ledger here, if we go find our good friends England, minus 26 prestige. 52 ducats in the treasury. I bet they have some loans, though. I forget where that is. Are they a great power? They are. Not for long, though. So we can lose some ducats, gain some mercantilism. A little risky because we're losing money right now, but we're still in the black, and mercantilism is good, so I'll take that. Mercantilism is a modifier on trade. It is here. Basically just improves our trade power and our embargo efficiency. The higher it is, the better at trading we are, essentially. And like I said, we're not going for a super tradey build, probably. But can't hurt. It's a good investment. So at the end of the day, money is the least important resource in this game. Alright, we're at 66. How much more is this going to go up? We can get 10 more war score by waiting. So let's do that. Maybe we go siege Calais after all. Oh, this siege ability. Well, shoot, we need this guy at this Calais siege. Put the general on this one stack and take the general over here. So siege ability increases how quickly this bar fills up. And he has a higher siege skill, so it also increased our chances of succeeding. 70% war score. Losing a lot of manpower, though. It's going to take quite a while to regenerate. But that's okay. This is probably the most important war we can do early game, is to get our territory back from England. It's really good territory, and it really hurts them to take it back. Plus, the longer we're in this war with them, we're losing money, but they're losing money faster, I guarantee you. Granted, the AI is pretty good at paying off debt quickly, but let's take the papal influence. We can buy things with papal influence here if the Pope likes you. We're probably destined to not be great friends with the Pope, though, because of Avignon. Yeah, this siege is going really well. So we could upgrade our diplomatic tech. 588. Sure. We're not going to upgrade our admin tech because I need these points probably. 82%. I'll take that. Let's sue for peace. We can just take our whole coast back. And we can get Calais. We're still only at 31 aggressive expansion, again, because France considers these core French provinces. So even though we declared war on England, our neighbors generally don't see this war as very aggressive. I don't know that I want Calais. Maybe early game, I can always give it to the rebels when they want it. It's just going to be a pain, because it's going to be separated by Burgundy. Burgundy's never going to let me move through their territory. How else can we hurt them? We can make them release nations, basically lose territory. Cancel subjects. Wales is a little too big to force them to give up. Treaties. Humiliate them? We don't have enough war score to humiliate them. That'd be good though. War reparations. Oh yeah, take money. Maybe not that much money. How much money can we take? We can take 192. I'd rather not do the war reps and just take a lump sum now. 485. Only 17 aggressive expansion. I like this. Oh, and this deal costs us nothing. Great. Aha, France is reunified. Oh, and because they're all cores, we don't have to spend any admin points on them, which means we can upgrade our admin tech. Next tech, we get ideas, which are fun. And there's no unrest because all of these people viewed themselves as French anyways. So they're not trying to rebel. Although, Brittany is probably trying to rebel soon. 4 years until our truce with them is up, and then we can take the rest of this back. We've completed a mission here, reconquer Normandy. Gain a permanent claim on Brittany area. Well, that's useful. We'll go ahead and take that. Okay, now this is interesting. We can declare war on the Pope now. And the Pope will call in Aragon, Switzerland, and Siena. But at this point, Castile owes us enough favors that we can call them in. And same for Provence. Which means we would overwhelmingly have the upper hand. I haven't promised them land, so any Aragonese land I take, I can claim. Now, Aragon is not the target of the war, so I'm going to get more aggressive expansion for taking their land. But from the Pope, all we really want is here. It's just one province. It's only 10 development. So, that might not be a bad idea. What does our aggressive expansion look like? 23 from Burgundy. So the magic number on aggressive expansion is 50. If we're below 50, then people are upset. It'll affect our relations, but they can't do a lot about it. If they're over 50, they can join a coalition, but there also has to be 4 people to join the coalition before the coalition can declare war. And you can't join a coalition if they have a truce with me. So we can basically juggle who has a truce with us and how many people are over 50 aggressive expansion with us to prevent them from forming a coalition. That'll get harder as we move into the Germany area, which is why the Empire is so rough, because they get a lot of aggressive expansion when you attack them. But we might be able to suffer some from the Pope, because the Italian states don't care a lot about us yet. And eventually Castile will get a claim on Aragon, or they'll get a personal union, which means Castile will own Aragon and also own Naples, so they get super strong. That's not a big deal because they're our friends and we can sort of use them. But eventually we're going to have to go toe-to-toe with them. Reconquer Gascony. We're going to claim on Provence. Sure. Provence. And where's Loire? Is it called Loire right now? It's Maine. Okay. Oh, Loire is the... Got it. Loire is the state. Okay. Well, next time we're probably going to fight the Pope. I think that'll be it for today, though. Let's save the game, and let's quit. I will see you guys another morning.